Students, so far we have seen that the European nations, they have spread their colonialization, or they have settled their colonies in the countries of Asia and Africa. Today we are going to discuss about their colonies in the continents of Northern America and South America. Now, North America was known as the New World. This term was first used by the Italian sailor Amerigo Vespucci for the mainland of North America. And John Cartier, the French sailor, afterwards he had set foot in the St. Lawrence Valley, in the valley of St. Lawrence River in North America, which is presently Canada. So Canada had become the French colony, and the European powers, they were attracted towards the continent of America due to the presence of rich minerals, availability of cheap raw materials for their industries, as well as to spread Christianity and the desire for setting up of colonies in these continents. Spain was the first to set up the colonies in the New World. In the part of Mexico, there Spain had started, and basically Spain and Portugal had their focus in the southern part of America. That means the South America or the Latin America, that part was mostly colonized by Spain and Portugal, and Northern America was basically inhabited by the British and French. Now by 17th century, many British personnel, they have left England. Why? Because they were dissatisfied by the political and religious dictats of the Stuart kings in England. So they left England and settled in northern part of America, and by 18th century, as many as 13 colonies were set up in North America. Now in course of time, these 13 colonies, they found that the mother country England, they were that was not paying attention to their demands for development in America. So, and they, England was, as usual, was only bothered about the profit that could be gained from the colonies in North America. So, in 1776, the colonists, the British colonists in North America, they revolted against England, and after say about 7 years of their struggle, they gained their independence from England, which is in history famous as American War of Independence. So the 13 colonies, they formed the initial United States of America. The Portuguese sailor Pedro Cabral was the first to reach Brazil in South America in the year 1500. And the French in North America, that means in Canada, where they had settled down their, set up their colony, they lost Canada ultimately in 1763, when they lost the battle, 7 years war against England. They had to hand over their Canadian colony to Britain. So this was the scenario, the colonial expansion in the continents of North and South America. Basically, these will come as the objective type of questions. Now, which I am going to discuss, that is the causes behind the colonial expansion. This topic rather comes as an 8 marks question. Now, why did the European countries um, try to set up their colonies in the different parts of the world? There were several reasons. We categorize these reasons in uh, several parts. The first being the political reason, that includes the aggressive nationalism and desire for extending their power. So the European countries, they were basically showing the aggressive nationalism. That means um, our country is the best. That thinking, that is the aggressive nationalism. And to increase and show the might, the political and military power to the other countries, that was the reason, political reason for the spread of colonies by them. Next comes the economic reason. Economic reason, obviously, market for selling goods, collection of raw materials at cheap price, capital investment, and collection of cheap labor. So these were the incentives, that economic incentives that force the European countries to spread their colonies in different parts of the world. Next comes the military reason, that also to show off their military power to the other countries, as well as to ensure their own safety and security. So and we cannot deny the social reason, because there was a rise in population, and the European countries, they had this notion that we are the civilized people, and we need to civilize the uncivilized people of the world. So in the words of Rudyard Kipling, it was the white man's burden. So the English author Rudyard Kipling, he had given this theory the name as white man's burden. That means the white skinned people, they were civilized, and it was their responsibility to civilize the entire world. So for that reason, they thought that they would set up the colonies in different uncivilized part of the world, and in turn civilize the people over there. There were religious reason also. They wanted to spread the Christian religion in those areas, as well as they wanted to set up welfare, human welfare. So these were the reasons why the European nations had tried to establish colonies in the different parts of the world. So when we are going to write the answer to this question, we will have to write these causes in separate headings, and we'll have to explain these in a proper manner, so that it becomes an 8 marks answer. Next, we can discuss about the impacts of the colonial expansion. That means, what were the effects of this colonial expansion? Obviously, it helped in the sea trade, uh, increase the economic exploitation. Obviously, it was true. Wherever they had set up the colony, they tried to drain as much of wealth from there in the form of either raw material or human resources, or in the form of wealth of that place. Import of valuable metals like gold and silver. Then there was the increase in poverty in the colonies. The result of the economic exploitation by the mother countries was the rise in poverty, because the rise in the price of food grains, the scarcity of food grains also occurred due to this. And then this new class, the capitalist class, the rise in the new capitalist class, that was also an effect of the colonial expansion. Then industrialization in Europe, and in turn, industrialization in Europe in turn resulted in the world economy. That means the economy, one country's economy affected the economy of the entire world. So these were the effects of the colonial expansion. Now the last point, how is it possible? See, if India was the British colony, as well as Burma, Nepal and Afghanistan, to some extent Sri Lanka. So if the British economy was suffering, obviously the effect was felt in these colonies of Britain. So the rise of the world economy also occurred due to the spread of colonialization.